You walk into a home in Tokyo. You keep your shoes on. Watch the reaction on their face. That small moment says everything. Hygiene isn't universal, it's cultural. What feels clean to you might feel careless somewhere else. And in Japan, a country built on quiet precision, some everyday Western habits stand out immediately. Not because Westerners are dirty, that's not the point. It's because clean means something different depending on where you grew up. Think about it this way. Every country writes its own invisible rule book. Nobody hands it to you. You absorb it, one small correction at a time, starting in childhood. So when two rule books meet, friction happens. Quietly, politely, but it happens. Today, we're breaking down 9 habits. Habits most people in the West never think twice about, but in Japan, they raise eyebrows, sometimes just a flicker, sometimes more. By the end of this video, you'll see your own routine differently. You might even change one habit tonight. Stay with me. This one might make you rethink your bathroom, your shoes, even your handshake. Let's start with the obvious one. Shoes indoors. In much of the West, shoes stay on, even on soft carpets, even on beds sometimes. Picture a delivery guest stepping just inside the door to hand over a package. In many Western homes, nobody blinks. In Japan, the floor is sacred space. People sit on it, sleep near it, eat off it. There's even a word for the transition zone at the entrance, genkan. It marks where outside dirt stops and inside clean begins. Cross that line with shoes on and you haven't just made a mess, you've ignored a boundary that everyone else in the room understood without being told. Now think about baths. In many Western homes, the bathtub is where you get clean. Soap, shampoo, scrubbing, all done right there in the tub. In Japan, you wash first, outside the tub, at a small stool and faucet. Then you soak, in already clean water, just to relax. The tub is never where the dirt comes off. Reusing that water for the whole family isn't gross to them, it's efficient, because nobody enters it dirty in the first place. Here's where most people get it wrong. They assume their way is simply normal and everyone else is unusual. But hygiene isn't about being right, it's about the system you were raised inside. Japan's systems developed around small living spaces, shared water, and respect for shared surfaces. Many Western systems developed around individual convenience and space to spread out. Neither is wrong, but side by side, the contrast is striking, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Every habit on this list traces back to one idea. Shared space deserves shared care. Let's go through them one by one. 1. Wearing shoes past the entryway. In Japan, this crosses an invisible line. Picture a guest walking straight into a living room, shoes still on. To a Japanese host, that's not just informal, it feels like tracking the street inside. The fix is simple. Shoes off, slippers on. Every time, no exceptions, even for a quick visit. 2. Skipping the pre-wash before a bath. Sitting down in a tub without rinsing first? In Japan, that's like getting into someone else's clean bathwater, dirty. Imagine a whole family shares one tub of water, one after another. The system only works because everyone rinses first, every single time. The habit: rinse and scrub outside the tub. Soak after, not instead of. 3. Blowing your nose loudly in public. In the West, it's just clearing your sinuses. Nobody thinks twice. In Japan, it's considered louder and more intrusive than many sounds Westerners actually find embarrassing. Quiet sniffling followed by a private tissue moment in a bathroom stall is far more common there. Why? Because sound is shared space, too. A loud noise interrupts everyone nearby. 4. Not covering coughs and sneezes carefully. A quick cough into the open air happens often in the West, half covered, half forgotten. In Japan, especially since health awareness rose sharply after COVID, masks and careful covering became the norm. Even a mild cold gets masked, out of consideration for coworkers, strangers, and family. Ask yourself, when did you last mask up for a cold just to protect someone else? 5. Talking loudly on public transport. Not strictly hygiene, but it lives in the same space. Respect for shared air, shared silence. Phones on silent, conversations kept low, almost whispered. It's about not spreading your noise onto strangers who never agreed to hear it. A packed train in Tokyo can be almost silent. Compare that to a packed bus elsewhere. 6. Sharing food with communal utensils, no serving spoon. Reaching into a shared dish with your own fork feels normal to many Westerners. Picture a family dinner, everyone's fork touching the same bowl of rice. In Japan, a separate serving utensil is expected. It's a small guard against spreading germs. Even close friends will pause and ask, should we use the serving chopsticks? 7. Air drying hands or skipping hand drying entirely. In many Western public bathrooms, hands get shaken dry or wiped on pants. In Japan, many people carry a personal hand towel called a hankachi specifically for this. Wet hands left undried are seen as an unfinished habit, small but noticed. 8. Sitting on public benches or grass without a barrier. In the West, sitting straight down on a park bench or the grass is second nature. In Japan, many people carry a small mat or cloth even for a short sit. The ground is shared by everyone who passed through before you. Best to add a layer. 9. Handshakes and hugs as automatic greetings. In the West, a firm handshake, sometimes a hug, opens most interactions. In Japan, the bow remains the default. No contact, no shared germs, no crossed personal space. Even now, many Japanese people feel a flicker of hesitation before a Western-style handshake. Why does any of this matter to you? Because hygiene habits aren't really about cleanliness alone. They're about awareness of space, of sound, of others, of shared environments. Every single habit on this list answers the same quiet question: whose comfort am I protecting right now? Let's bring it together. Shoes stay outside living spaces. Baths come after washing, not instead of it. Public spaces deserve quiet, careful consideration in sound, in touch, in shared surfaces. Tonight, try one thing. Take your shoes off at your own door, every time, no exceptions. Notice how it changes how you treat your own home. Tomorrow, try another. Mask up if you're coughing, even just a little. Small habits, big shift in how shared space feels for everyone around you. If this shifted how you see everyday habits, share it with someone who'd enjoy it too. And if you want more honest, no-judgment looks at how different cultures live, subscribe. There's more where this came from. Thanks for spending this time with me.